We're here. I can't
Voices,
sing and dance, but I'm dancing.
voices. We are sisters with voices.
Yes.
Ah,
Good. I'm
This is
so
good.
sorry, y'all. You don't stream in a couple weeks. You forget.
And we're
You
back.
forget what to
mm-hmm.
do.
It's all good.
Hi.
Yay. Someone has a lot of bass, but that's okay. We need the bass. Or unless it's too much.
We're
I
all
think
about
it's
that bass. That
My
bass.
voice.
No trouble.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep Take You to Hell, or I Shall as your DM. So, since it isn't our regular show, what I'm going to ask everyone to do is to that side of me, because we're reversed. Brandon, go first. Introduce yourself, who you're playing in this one shot, and we'll go around till we come back to me.
I'm Brandon Stennis. Today I will be playing Red Leadon, same person I've been playing the entire series. So we're bringing Ren and back into the game, and we're in hell. So as you can see, I don't know who's Cicero.
Shareef
is next.
Shareef is.
Sure.
Me? Okay.
You are next.
Yes. I'm Shareef Jackson. I will be playing Shaka. The return of Shaka.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Tiefling Warlock. And looking forward to what's going on. Oh, and my pronouns are he, him as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am LaTia Bryant. I will be playing drumroll Dahani. I'm playing Dahani. Your favorite murder bird, your favorite murder bird monk, ready to punch some other birds and stuff. It's gonna be good. My pronouns and her pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Masood Haque, and I'm new here. Hi, it's nice to meet y'all. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to be playing Udhin Video, who y'all haven't met yet, and you're going to learn about him when you meet him in campaign. So keep your grip on your seats, at the edge of your seats. I don't know. Just be excited.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. And I'm Tanya. Normally I play Lisa Storio, your human paladin who's always grumpy and in one of a bath. But today I am your DM, and I'm taking everyone on a merry ride to hell. Before we get started, we do have a little out of order, a little strange way of doing our sponsorship since it's not a normal episode. But I believe Shareef has a thing to share about what we're doing today with our sponsor, D&D Beyond.
Yeah, so D&D Beyond has been sponsoring us for, since the beginning. So make sure to check them out at dndbeyond.com. And I forgot the rest of the sponsorship.
We are giving away a pre-order code for the upcoming
Yes.
Mythic Odyssey of Theros, which is not out yet, so if you win, you will get a pre-order code on D&D Beyond, and it will unlock for you on June 2nd.
Mm-hmm. And that pre-order code gets you all sorts of really cool stuff, like the character backgrounds and the little icon dealies and a whole lot of really cool graphics that you can use on your character sheet. Super cool.
I'm really excited for it. Like, I don't know. I've always been a big fan of like that Greek and like God overlay and like that historical fiction that they're doing. So pretty cool setting.
Yeah, so. Yay, Shareef. That was all me talking. I was just impersonating the voices. So don't worry. I had this all down. I had it all down pat. Yeah, so make sure to check them out at dndbeyond.com. And they added you can roll some dice now.
Yes.
On your character sheets. You can both look at your sheet and you can make some die rolls. So make sure to check that out. It's like pretty satisfying, nice 3D dice there, so it's cool. And for those of us that are using the physical dice here, we are, of course, if we're using our dice, we're going to be using our level up dice. And of course, if you want to purchase anything from Level Up Dice, make sure to use our link in our Diceomancy program, which is bit.ly/LUD Rivals of Waterdeep. And as you make purchases, we get points and we level up, and we are able to get access to things and hopefully raffle those things back off to the community as well. So make sure to support our Diceomancy program if you're going to make purchases on Level Up Dice.
Yes, so who's ready to go to hell with me?
All of us are.
Yay!
Oh boy. So, the setting is this. You all have been having a great time as traveling together as rivals, and everyone's kind of settled in their ways. Everyone's had great times. You're doing well. For adventurers, you're doing well. No one's broke. No one's dead yet. And Ren, our erstwhile elven sorcerer, is trying to go legit. You know that he has an affinity for gold. And he also has very interesting love lives, as we've seen through the seasons. And Ren, in wanting to impress his love Gideon and have enough to settle down with him forever and ever, because they're elves, it will be forever and ever, he has asked you all to do one last job. And you think, sure, we've gone to hell, we've done all this stuff, no worries, no problems. But what you didn't count on when you got there was a very angry dragon. You see, Ren's love of gold brought you to an untimely end. All of you are dead and in hell.
Oh,
Sorry.
And side note, I did clear this with Brandon first.
Yeah,
I'm not throwing his
yeah,
character
yeah.
under the bus.
yeah. It's like, wow.
No, I cleared this with Brandon first. We're not doing weird things. And so Avernus is not strange to you all because you have been there, except you were very much alive the last time you went to Avernus. This time you are quite dead. So you all are on this plateau. On one side you can see the river Styx. On another side you can see buildings kind of far off in the distance. And as you all were dying, Celise threw out a placation to Tyr to not let this be the end. Mostly so she could strangle Ren later, but she's not going to. And Tyr heard her plea, but it was a little late to save you from shuffling off the mortal coil, but he offered a deal. The question is, Celise is nowhere to be found, and you all are coming to as much as dead folks can in Avernus. How is everyone kind of coming around? And also, you notice Celise is gone, but you notice this stranger that's in your group that was not in your party when you all became dragon food.
I have a question. Do we know that we're dead? Like, do we do we know we're dead, or do we think we somehow got transported, or are we like, no, we're definitely dead?
Make me a perception check.
All right.
All of us are just.
First roll is a one shot.
And let me know what your perception is.
Yep.
Because we're 17.
Oh, are we all rolling?
Yeah, is anyone else rolling or
I
just Shaka?
got a 14.
Okay.
I got a way more than both of those.
Can I get a number?
Yeah.
82.
22.
I was like, a number, please. Masood, what did your character get?
Let me roll a d20. I got a 2.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
What am
Masood,
I adding to that?
whatever your perception roll would be.
Okay, well let's see what that is. I got a 9.
Oh.
Okay. Not bad. You know something's not.
Welcome to the group.
You know something's rotten in Denmark. You're not quite sure what though. So everyone else, you know that you are dead, as in shuffled off this mortal coil. Although your bodies seem to be fine, because you would expect the last thing seeing as you were alive was a dragon. You would expect to be a little bit more crispy, but you're not. But you do know that you are no longer alive in the traditional sense. So what are you all doing as you kind of come around and Masood, your character, if you would like to either come over to them or wait and see if someone notices you in the group.
So I think you see Uthin kind of hunched over. He's got a cloak over his head, kind of eyeing the group. And he's trying to be subtle, but there's no way not to notice it. He's a loxodon, so
Okay.
he's a part elephant humanoid, and he's very large, pretty massive. And I think for him in this scenario, he's a cleric, disciple of Tyr, and a little confused that he's in hell with people he's never met before, considering the last thing he remembers was fighting a dragon alone.
Okay. So what do the others do when you notice this Loxodon approaching you and near you?
Dahani is trying to shake hell dust out of her feathers.
Hell dust.
So you just see her like doing like that bird shuffle and like shaking out her wings
Oh, God.
and checking on Ren and checking on Shaka, who she's heard about but hasn't met yet.
Yeah.
And trying to get everybody up and probably being a little bit defensive, like this is a new thing and my friends are not ready to deal with it yet. So she's got like her wings are out and she's like ready to fight.
All right.
Yeah, as you're checking on Shaka, he is poking himself because he is trying to. He's like, so he recognizes that he's dead, so he is kind of fascinated by what, like, am I reanimated? Am I still a person? So he's trying to like poke himself, pinch himself, see if it has any effect. As you are trying to console him, you just see him weirdly poking at his arm, trying to see if he can get a reaction. Like, does it still hurt? Is it something else? Am I a zombie? Like, which one of these things that I've been speculating about for years is actually true?
Zombie Shaka.
Yeah.
I feel like Ren gets in front of Tahani and is like, "Halt! Who are you?" Pulls out his dagger just in case.
Wow, you turned into a murder hobo in like 30 seconds.
Just like real quick.
I'm just surprised he found his dagger.
Right? And how things are quite different.
Wow.
So yeah, Red is like, who are you?
I pull back the hood. Oh, hello. It's nice to meet you all. My name is Udhin. Greetings of Tyr upon you. On this most holy day. Yes. Hi. I'll be honest. Who are you? What is going on here?
Well, we're the rivals.
And I pose too.
Oh my God.
I'm still
Chaka
poking
pose
myself.
too. Come on.
I'm still poking myself. I'm kind of not really paying attention to this.
Okay, well, we're the rivals, and he's just with us.
Why
Wow.
Who's
Wow.
last thing I remember was, and you see like these like he's got like three earrings on his left, massive ear, nothing on his right, and they like jingle a little bit as he looks around and shakes his trunk. Last thing I remember was getting about to be consumed by a fireball, and he like looks around at like the literal flames and hellscape around him. Yeah. Why are you here?
Oh, we are. I remember we were fighting this dragon, and I started screaming, and like its mouth like went over my head, and then everything went to black, and then we woke up, and this oddly looks very familiar. And Shaka, I don't know if this feels familiar to you.
Yeah, so at this point, I've joined the conversation. My arm is a little weirdly pricked at this point. And I say, well, we're in a part of Avernus I don't recognize, which is weird because I know that Ashbourne and I have been traveling around, but I don't recognize this part. And then I turn to this Loxodon and I say, we're from Waterdeep. Where are you from?
Waterdeep? No, I'm from many places, friend. I travel quite a bit. No places my own, but I've been to Waterdeep. Can't say I've seen it much lately. My home is far away, across the sea, and here I am alone. And now, did you say Avernus?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, given the smell and the look of the sky and this river, by the way, stay away from that river.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Stay away from that river.
No! Tyr, you promised me. What is this?
You've turned. He's having an existential crisis.
So Udin, as you call out to Tyr in that moment, you feel a warmth in your chest, and you know that Tyr is communing with you, and he passes on Selisa's plea. And what he tells you is that you must get to Fort Knucklebone, and if you can prove yourself by slaying a monster, then you will be allowed to go home if you so choose.
Odin's fallen down to the ground, arms outstretched to the sky, head cocked back. Guys, it's fine. I know exactly what we need to do. Okay. We gotta go to this Fort Knucklebone, and then we gotta kill somebody, and then we'll be alive again. And it's all fine. It's okay. Everything is okay.
That is a very, very abrupt mood swing.
No, my God, talked to me. Tyr talked to me and told me this is what we need to do. It's fine. We're okay. It's okay.
Wait, you just got here. You're already giving us like commands and things we're supposed to do. Well, I have one question. Has anyone not noticed Elise is not here?
Yes, I have noticed that.
Who's Elise?
Our paladin of Tyr. Wait, did she survive and we all went to hell? Oh, this is also my fault.
I mean, maybe she killed us.
I mean, I did bring us in this situation once again. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean for everybody to get killed like this. I was just trying to get some money so I can live happily.
I'll be honest. I forgive you. It's okay.
Thank you. I don't know you, but I really appreciate that. It means a lot that someone at least is like,
I mean, it's not your fault that I'm dead. It mimight be your fault that I'm dead. But,
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not, I forgive you. And I mean, if it is, we'll see.
I need a second. I'm gonna turn this way real quick. And
Maybe
turning to cry.
Maybe Celeste landed somewhere else, and maybe we'll find her on the way to Fort Knucklebone.
We should search for her. What do you think, Shaka?
Well, I mean, the last time we were at Fort Knucklebone, we met up with Mad Maggie and we found all those infernal war machines and all that stuff. But if I remember right, Fort Knucklebone just kind of appeared when we interacted with Lulu. So I'm not quite sure how to get there because I remember it just kind of appearing. So I turned to Loxodon and say, do you have an idea how to get to Fort Knucklebone?
Can I make a perception check to see if I or is it what would it be to know the way? Would it be like a religion or?
In your case, since you've never been there, because the rivals have been there before,
right? Mm-hmm.
In your case, it would either be insight or religion.
Okay. I will roll an insight check.
Okay.
And see how I do. I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So while you are new to the infernal climes of Avernus, Tyr is helping you as much as he is allowed to and can reach you in a place like Avernus. And you look to the river Styx, and you know to the right there's cliffs, there's jagged things that you, if you had the time, you could explore and go around and see what lies that way. But there is a way being shown to you, which is kind of straightforward. It's not close. It's not like you'll walk for like an hour and get there. IRL maybe, because who knows. But in game time, it'll be most of the day to walk. Luckily, there's no time limit on when you have to slay this monster. Otherwise, it's not like you got to be done by 5 p.m. So it's not like, y'all ain't done by 5 Avernus time. You just stuck in hell forever. So you are being guided as gently as he can, because the whole point is for you all still to prove yourselves worthy to come back to the mortal realm. Cool. So you can pass this information on. And also, the other rivals, are you checking for Celise? I mean, you notice that she's gone. Is checking for her on the way? Because as far as you know, she is nowhere in hell to be seen.
Is there anything around, like, is it just all kind of like flat wasteland, or like is there anything that we would do a search in? Are there any like structures or things that she could possibly be, or do we just see kind of flat nothingness around us?
Right around you, there's flat nothingness. As you gaze down the way that Houdini is looking, you do notice what looks to be maybe a village, but you're far enough away where you can't tell quite what it is, whether it's just like a trading post, if it's just people on the road and kicking up dust. But before you find anyone, right now you're not going to find anything but hell dust, as Donnie said. But you can either start going the way that Udin has sent you and pointed you, or you could do other things before you start trying to find Fort Knucklebone.
I just tell the group everything that I learned, and I'm just like, yeah, I have a feeling it's that way, and I just kind of like point with my arm and trunk along the path towards that village area. Yeah.
Dahani is going to get a better view of the area, so she's going to fly about 50 feet up.
Okay.
And do like a scan of the area, just like a general perception check. Okay. See if there's anything else nearby before we start heading on.
Cool.
That is a 15 perception.
Okay, so since Dahani can fly, she's an Aarakocra, for those that have not seen Dahani in action, you notice that there is a village, and you also notice what looks to be infernal war machines. They're driving down toward the direction that Ujin pointed. They're not really stopping, and they're not the giant, like, we're coming to take out your whole town war machines. They're more like a little over the top for daily transport, if there is daytime or daily anything in Avernus. And they just seem to be like kind of headed in that direction that Udine has pointed you. So there is a village. So again, you can reconnoiter. I can't word very well.
Reconnoiter.
Thank you. I always mess that word up. You can reconnoiter a bit. You can kind of point them in the way to go, or you all can start walking and then catch Dahani. Not literally. Please don't take her out of the sky.
Even though you corrected Tanya, I have no idea what that word means. Just so you know.
It means regroup, basically.
Reconnoiter?
Yeah.
Reconnoiter.
Okay. I have learned something today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will point that out. Dahani will make a special note of mentioning the very clunky things that are kicking up dust, because she's never seen a war machine in her life.
Okay.
So she will describe them as really fast-moving carts that are kicking up a lot of dust. And I don't know if they're a good thing or a bad thing, but there is life in that direction for sure.
All right, well, I'm going to look around and I'm going to say, well, I mean, I guess that's the first place that we should go. But then I turn to our Loxodon friend and say, let's just hope that that your senses are right. Because I still don't 100% trust this stranger. So I'm heading there, but like hastily. Well, not hastily. Like I am like a little on edge, I guess.
When you say hope your senses are right, Uthin goes, hope's unneeded when we have faith, because hope's a guarantee. It's going to be very annoying about Tyr.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna do like some sort of face palming motion and like hope that he's not gonna hand me like a pamphlet like to join.
Dahani's gonna come back down and walk.
See, the great thing about Tyr, as a god, I'll tell you what, honestly,
Dahani's gonna fly back.
Wow, you're getting chick tracks in hell. Isn't that the opposite way of how it's supposed to work? Do people remember chick tracks?
Yeah.
So as you all are walking, you've got a little bit of a walk till you get to the village. Are you all chatting? Because I don't want this to be like, go murder all the things. I want people to have a chance to chat while on this lovely day in hell.
I think Dahani would probably be asking Shaka a bunch of questions, given that she hasn't been with the rivals very long. She wants the gossip. So, where's he been? What's he doing? What does he think about the rivals? Are they cool? This is really weird for my second mission with them.
Okay, so do you just like fire off all those questions in rapid succession?
Not rapid succession, but you get the sense that she's a little nervous because she was fine until she met the rivals. Now she's dead.
Very true. Very true.
So is this normal?
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk with like a Dahani. I'm gonna walk a little far because I noticed she has this like dust that's still like coming off of her wings. So
I do shake every so often. I'm sorry.
So I'm kind of like being a little socially distant. Like I'm trying to keep my 6 feet
Wow.
from her. I basically say like, no, I mean like we've been through a lot, but this is definitely the first time we have been dead. Apparently, we have been to like Avernus a bunch of times though, and yeah, I mean it's been a weird experience, but I guess cool is a way you could put it. I mean we've all gotten a lot closer. We've all been through and slew many powerful beasts, and but most importantly, we've helped save a lot of lives. We've like saved people in like a town called Nightstone. We like saved a lot of people in Three Daggers Alley in like Waterdeep from like a serial murderer. So like that's what keeps me going is that we not only became closer friends and got to test our combat skills together, but like we saved people, and like that's what makes me happy to be a part of this squad.
Oh, you guys sound like real warriors of Tyr,
Are you butting into our conversation?
I don't know you guys. I'm telling you, my ears. It's a little stereotype, but yes, I do hear kind of everything.
Yeah. I imagine that as Dahani and I are talking, we sense this like trunk, like getting closer,
like between us, like
getting closer and closer.
Wow.
That's cool. They seem like cool people. Y'all seem like cool people. I'm just a little nervous to be dead. That's all.
Yeah,
I've only known them for a while, but Rand, this seems really on brand for you. I'm so sorry. Like this just seems like.
It seems like it's a usual adventure with me, I mean, I tried to give people fair warning once I met them, like, hey, like I'm not the typical person you want to hang out with because I might get you some adventures that you're not prepared for.
Well,
We're together.
So like I turn to Rin and I tell him like, Rin, we've been through so many different things that we have survived. Like what did you get us into that we finally did not survive? Like why is this thing was so much more difficult than all the other stuff that we did?
Because it was a dragon and I'm afraid of dragons, so I didn't fight as hard as usual.
Oh, so like you held back
Just a little bit. Like, if you're scared of stuff, are you gonna go and face it?
I mean, yeah, but you know, we haven't fought a dragon, but we've been around dragons.
It looks scary.
I mean, it did.
Why
But
did
you know that's when you should rise to the challenge.
Hold on. Rin, I need a history check because the rivals have fought a dragon.
Oh, have we? Let's double check.
Yes. Breaking the fourth wall, someone's season finale was facing a dragon, if we remember.
I forgot, it's been a lot. I got a 17.
So you should remember the fight in Nightstone with that dragon.
Can I still be afraid of dragons, though?
Oh, you can still be afraid of them, but
I'm
you said...
afraid of dragons. He's afraid of dragons, so he wasn't fighting as hard.
Most people should be afraid of dragons.
He was definitely terrified of this specific dragon, because it had a bigger arm than the old one we fought. The arms were bigger. So I was a little scared. I'm sorry, Shaka. Okay, let me just since I have gotten everybody killed, I just want to list off all the things that I want to apologize for. I'm sorry for that one time that I forgot to close the door on when it was cold outside and you got sick. And I forgot that one time that I took Celise's sword. I was playing around with it and I almost broke it, but I didn't tell her. There's that one time where Ash wanted to say hi to me and I ignored her because I was hungry and I wanted to eat. I'm sorry. And I got us killed, so here we are. I'm sorry.
Wow. So Rin is having his confession moment. Apparently, the confession booth is somewhere in hell, and he found it. He's having that, in case we don't get out of here, I must confess everything I've done wrong.
What's the tone?
All right, so you all are traveling to this town that was spotted. What's your marching order or flying order if Dahani's in the sky?
Dahani is not in the sky. Okay. She might be in front or second.
Okay.
I am behind. We still haven't learned. Did you share your name, Masood? I don't think.
Yeah, I said hi. My name it's Udhin Vidya, but you can just call him Udhin. Yeah.
Well, Shaka has forgotten your name. So he.
Wow.
But he for sure is going to be behind you.
Yeah.
Because he like I said, he has 100% trust that you. So if he doesn't want you behind all of us, so he's going to be wherever you are in the order, he's going to be behind you.
I think Udin's probably up front and just leading the way because that's the only thing he knows to do right now. As of now, feels like a holy mission that he's on in this kind of terrible place. I'll get you guys back home. It's fine. We just gotta go this way. It'll be all good.
All right.
I think
I'll
I'm
be
ready.
behind Shaka.
Okay, so the Loxodon is in the middle then.
Well, in front, kind of pushing forward.
Okay. If he's very determined and being the way that he is being, Dahani will be behind him.
Yeah.
So kind of since Shaka and Dahani are talking, it's Udhin, then Shaka and Dahani, and then Rin.
Okay. All right. So you all venture into this town, and at first glance, it looks like a regular town. Nothing out of the ordinary. People kind of wandering about, and then you notice people don't quite seem what you would expect in a town. There's some skeletons walking around. There's a few. They're not quite Aarakocra. They're not quite. And I forgot the other bird people. Oh my god, the ones look like crows.
Kenku.
Oh,
Thank
the
you.
Kenku.
I just blanked out on Kenku. I'm so sorry. So there's like, and it looks like they're almost like a mix of Kenku and Aarakocra, and there's just not a lot of what probably were humans when they were alive in this town. But no one's bothered by you. They're not like, oh god, humans and a Loxodon and elves. Actually, you have no humans because Celise isn't there. You're a non-human party. Imagine that. So they don't care that you're wandering in their town. No one greets you, but they also aren't like strangers. They just go about their chores. What do you all do?
Can I make an investigation to find the one that looks the most, I won't say knowledgeable, because you can't really tell if someone looks knowledgeable, but like because like I want to ask somebody if they've seen Celise. So like I want to make a check to see the person that looks like they would have been paying attention to a stranger, to a strange paladin.
Sure.
All right.
And as a human, she'd probably stick out if they saw her.
Yeah. All right, that's 13.
All right. So are you approaching anyone in particular, or are you just asking the first creature that you come to?
Well, I guess I wanted my role to determine if I found someone that would likely know. So, yeah, I'm going to the first person I see.
All right. We have technical difficulties. Hold on, please.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yes, we lost our Loxodon, which you think would be hard to do. So let me throw up our BRB. Unplanned break.
mm-hmm.
Sorry. Unplanned break because we lost Masood, so hold on a moment. Wait, do we have a Masood back?
He's back.
But now the overlay is messed
My
up.
internet chose to drop me.
Oh,
At a
no.
perfect time. Ideal. Last thing I heard, there were skeletons walking about being normal, which is weird.
Looks like Masood and Shareef are switched.
So Masood, you're now Shareef.
I'm not sure.
I know you're because you're probably closest in the order.
Uh-huh.
So bear with us. We're gonna have a little bit of
Just
moving
because of
people
our
around.
names. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Wow, why you gotta be like that?
That's what it is.
Why are you trying to suppress us like that?
I didn't say your internet is suppressing you, sir. Your internet is suppressing you.
Big facts.
Like whoever your provider is to blame.
RCN, you know what RCN
Oh yeah,
is?
that too.
RCN, KKK, both 3 letters. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Just putting that out there.
I'm gonna leave that right where you put it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, get in the comments, RCN. Come at me.
In the chat, it's like nice glasses, Shareef. Oh boy.
You get to see this live. We normally don't do this live.
There you go.
All right, we're back. Hopefully your internet does not do that again.
I don't think it will either.
All right,
We might,
We'll see.
we're back in order. Yay!
Yeah.
Open your third eye. Oh my god. All right, so to come back to what we were doing. This is my first great experience DMing on the D&D channel. Internet messed up. I messed up. So your check gets you a shopkeeper that is a Kenku, but they're smaller in stature. They've got kind of grayish feathers, so maybe they were older when they were alive. And they're just like kind of, it looks like they're doing some math. They're minding their books as you approach.
Okay. Is Dahani, would you still be near me?
Yes.
Since like we were walking together. All right, so I'm gonna like kind of like hit you on the shoulder because I kind of want you to use your birdness to talk to your bird friend. Like maybe there's some kind of bird greeting.
Wait,
or like,
are you trying to say that they're all alike?
I mean, there might be a bird grip, you know, like a
like
universal.
Like a winged dap.
Yeah, like a universal greeting.
You
So
know what?
I'm like tapping her on the. I'm kind of jabbing her on the wing to.
Wow. You know what? I'm going to make you take disadvantage for racism.
I'm just inquiring.
I mean, I could. I don't know if they speak what I speak, but I'll give it a go. Sure. All right. I will float on over to this person
Cool.
and say, hey, have you seen anybody strange walk through here lately? Strange and human?
And it like looks up, and you know how crows look very curious at most times, and covids are very, very smart birds.
Mm-hmm.
It like does that head tilt at you and croaks at you
Oh.
and narrows its eyes like, who are you?
Well, I'm new and I'm looking for somebody. I'm on the hunt for a weird human. Sorry, Celise.
I'm right here.
And I need to know if they've been through.
Give me a persuasion, because while the bird language you are speaking is kind of universal, remember that you are in Avernus, so this bird is A, it's a different kind of bird, and B, it probably has not talked to an Aarakocra in a very long time.
Right. That's cool. Oh boy.
How bad is it? How bad is it? Did you say a negative one? How do you have...
Oh.
Her charisma's bad. And I rolled a 1.
Oh, man.
So you failed. You failed so bad.
Arrows fly out from her shot, striking the toes.
All right, I need you to roleplay how bad you failed attempting to talk. Hey there, fellow bird.
That's exactly what it is. I'm carrying a skateboard. I've got a backwards hat. How are you, fellow avian?
Yes.
So I think one, I'm speaking Aarakocra, which this bird probably isn't. 2, I just look super obvious. Like I'm like making hand gestures and trying to be really over the top about it, and it's just not working.
Wow. So Shaka, as you see this avian charade that clearly is not working, what do you do?
So like they're speaking a different language, so I don't really understand what.
But I would say from like the way that the interaction's going, you can tell that this is not... They're like, I'm here, you're here, and we keep running into the opposite wall.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna put my well, I won't do that. I'll just say like, do you speak common to the Kenku?
To the Kenku, let me see if the Kenku does speak common. You're in luck, it does.
Okay, yeah, because I can also speak Infernal, so I was going to try that.
Okay. That could work too, but it does speak common.
Okay, good. Well, I'm going to look at like Dahani and go, sorry. like I thought that like I might have had some like Burbonics thing.
I'm just gonna bird squint at you like.
But if you're already at Aarakocra, how do you side eye?
I don't know.
Like turn your entire head
Right.
till they one eye.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta turn your whole head. All right. So then, like, I'm just saying, like, hey, have you seen a armored human paladin? I guess in the last. I mean, time is weird in Avernus. So I guess, like, I'll just say, just like recently, have you seen like a armored human paladin come through this village?
All right, I'm rolling to see if the bird is going to be honest or not. Oh, you're in luck. The bird feels like telling the truth. It closes its ledger and looks at you. It's like brown skin, long. I forget what humans call them, but yes, We've seen her. She was seen wandering down the road. She didn't stop and talk to anyone. She just looked very confused.
Down.
Is down the road the same direction that?
Yeah,
I was,
exactly. So,
Yes.
Feeling the pull. Okay.
Yeah, so imagine like when you're if you've been to a Ren fair or something where shops are kind of lining each side of it, where you'd be like the outside is facing like the road. So
Yeah.
when the Kenku like is like down the road, they're like winging their way toward the way you eventually will go.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will kind of do like a sort of like a tip hat kind of thing and say thank you for your directions.
And she gives you the avian equivalent of the nod and goes back to what she's doing.
Okay. Has the honey like recovered from?
I'm not there anymore.
Wow. You're like, I left, I'm out.
All right, so then I tell the rest of the party that that they did see her go down the road, and I say, hey, we should keep on heading down that way because I don't think she's in this area.
It sounds like Drew is guiding her the same way he's guiding us. Truly, what a blessed day for us all here in hell, where it is terrible and I'm sweating so much.
Blessed day in hell.
What a blessed day.
Dahani's gonna walk over to you and she's gonna beat her wings in your direction.
Oh, there you go.
Probably won't help because
Yeah.
it's Avernus and hot, and she's also probably gonna blow some dust in your direction.
And like he like unclips his cloak and like takes it off, and he's wearing full plate armor, like just like in like I have no idea why it's so hot down here. I like don't get it. God, it's fine, whatever. Just get out of here.
I will follow.
All right. Are you all investigating anything else before you travel down the road, or are you just glad to get some info on where Celise is?
So you said it's pretty far, right? It's like pretty far.
It's far in terms of how far you can see down the road. Once you get walking, it won't seem as far.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look for some food, like some food or some water or something.
You're looking for infernal food.
Yeah, I do. I want to see this. I mean, like, if it's a long walk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might
Where's the
like
closest bar?
So you're looking for a bar. So you want food and you want a bar. This is what you're telling me.
I mean,
Yes.
is there like an ice cream truck? Is there a bodega? Like, can I get a
Wow.
flavor ice?
Do you really want
Can we get
to?
a road beer? Is that an option? Just like, is that legal here? Is this like New Orleans? What's going on?
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, y'all want to go to a bodega in hell? This is what you're telling me.
An infernal bodega.
I would like a quick refreshment of a beer.
All right.
I would like to see if there's some food. I'm not saying I will consume it, but I would like to see if there's the option of what's going on. You never know.
All right. Okay. So you all walk for maybe another half hour, and Shaka, you start to smell your favorite food. Just unbidden as you're walking. Rin, while you can't really smell a beer, you know the sounds of a tavern. And when you hear it, you know that there is merriment and, more importantly, beer to be had. Dahani and Udin, what do you do? Or are you seeking food? Are you seeking nourishment or drinking?
I think the thing that Udin wants right now is like, I think like an ice cream cone, like something like really like cool and refreshing, and yeah.
Okay, Udin, you hear the chimes of a cart that makes you think of when you were young and you would get shaved ice and ice cream from these carts as a kid. And you hear those chimes. Dahani, what are you looking for?
Dahani isn't particularly hungry, but upon hearing that everybody else is thinking about food, she begins to probably smell like fresh figs.
Okay.
But she's also a little curious about the war machines. So, I mean, she's probably going to be keeping an eye out for one of those just to kind of get a closer look at one because they looked really interesting.
Okay. So you smell figs. So the question is, the food is kind of to the left, and Ren, since you were seeking the refreshingness of beer, you hear those noises kind of to the right. How do you want to do this? Do you want to stick together? Do you want to get
I
food?
could go get us ice cream real fast and then come right back. Like it could be what do you guys want?
Ice cream
And like
orders.
runs away into the bar. Into the area.
Wow.
Dart off.
He's just out of here. He needs it. He needs to be.
He needs the beer.
Yeah.
I'm fine, Dahani will say, but
If Rin darts off, I gotta go follow. I gotta make sure he doesn't. Do
Okay, well,
anything.
so I'll just get ice cream for me. Okay, cool, guys. And like, kind of cuts the other way.
split the party.
This is bad. This is bad. But
You did this to yourselves. I mean, you're already dead, so.
Yeah, exactly. What could go wrong? Yeah, but no, I
Yeah.
do want to chase after Rin because he has, I'm gonna make sure that he's all right.
Can I make I want to like. I don't trust the sound of these bells in hell.
Okay.
How can I test that? Like this feels like a temptation, like against you. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do a religion check. I know that sounds weird. I have a reason. Just roll religion.
No, it's cool. I'm here for it, considering.
Considering that Tyr has compelled you, literally.
Ah! I got a natural 20. I see
Nice.
square.
Oh my god, you scared
I
me.
love that reaction.
I got very excited.
I
That was
see.
a great
23. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are so suspicious. Like Tyr doesn't even have to like reach out with his remaining hand and
Like,
touch you
how
on
do
the
they
shoulder.
keep ice cream cold in hell. I don't understand.
Yeah, not only do you know it's not right,
Yeah.
as you get closer to where the bells and the chimes are, you can see the demons that are there trying to lure you into eating this infernal food. Because as far as you know, it would be your beautiful, delicious ice cream, but they're basically serving you gruel and making you think it's what you want most in the world in that moment.
So the mirage is kind of like dissipated. I see what's actually underneath it.
Yeah.
I like. Oh nope. Nope. Like kind of like back, literally like reverse step my way back before I turn around and just like run and try to regroup with everyone else.
You
It's all a
noctopused
trap.
out.
Don't eat anything. It's all a trap. It's gross.
Now, how far away did you go from where? Because Rin just dashed off to the bar. He
Yeah.
can't
Right.
hear you.
Yeah.
So there's only Dahani left to heed your warning.
Right.
Are we that? Will you let me roll a perception to see if I can hear that and stop?
Listening. Give me a listening check.
What would listening be?
I mean, it's still
I
be
think in 5e,
perception.
it's perception.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then go ahead with perception, and I need to close that
Alright.
character sheet because it's not mine.
Okay, nat 20.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Hey.
Is that the D&D Beyond dice or your dice?
It's the D&D Beyond one.
Nice. I tried it and it gave me all ones. It's fixed. It's a
I got a
scam.
B at that nat 20.
Oh yeah, you hear our Luxodon friend loud and clear.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I'm not even gonna try to explain it to Rin. I'm just gonna grab him and try to stop him from moving. Well, I'm gonna try to grab him while I'm saying, like in a true Star Wars fashion, I'm like, "It's a trap," and I'm trying to grab him to stop him from running in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right, contested strength because he wants to go and you ran up on him.
All right.
What's your
Nice.
what are both of you? What's your strength for both of you?
Oh. 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I just rolled a Oh, 9. Yeah.
Well, you did not manage to stop Ren, so grabbing him failed. He like squirms out of your arms like a slippery child that doesn't want a bath,
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
And-
imagine.
and he like darts into the bar. What do you do?
God damn it. I mean, I got to go in there and try to convince him to not get anything. So I'm going to go in there after him.
All right. So while you're doing that, Udin and Hani, what are you up to?
I'm still running after them. I think.
So you're running toward the bar.
I think I caught up with Tahani and be like,
Yeah.
stop him. Like it's no good. Like please.
Okay. Did I see the direction that Rin and Shaka ran off?
Yeah, and you heard Rin's like shout about wanting beer.
Got it. Well, they went this way, so let us mosey very swiftly.
Yeah.
And then Dahani's like, pew, because her speed's like a million.
Yeah, you and those wings.
Wait up! I can't fly.
It's not even her wings, it's just her feet. They're very good feet for moving.
Good feet. Happy feet.
Oh God, she has Aarakocra happy feet.
Tap dance and
Is
over
there
the
a
bar.
penguin Aarakocra? Is there like?
I asked that very question. I think they should have a swimming speed instead of a flying speed, and then they're good to go. They're in tropical climes. It's perfect.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have
wow.
it in the next homebrew.
Wow, next season Dahani is suddenly a penguin. Dahani, you've changed so much. All right, so you're all now in this infernal bar. Rin, what are you doing? Because you got away from Shaka because you were determined to get this beer.
I want to go to the first person who has the nearest cup that can offer me an alcoholic beverage at this time during Avernus.
So the bartender.
So I'm going to go to the bartender and say,
Okay. I thought you
was
meant
like-
like the nearest person
I
holding
was
it.
like,
Right.
Oh, I
Like,
should've
I'm
done
just-
that too. I
thanks.
should've done
Nice
that.
drink.
You're just like, give me your drink.
Yeah, I need that thing.
oh my God, that'd be so we'd have a bar fight in the first half hour. Or the
Hey,
first
that
hour.
works. That works.
What happened to Rivals? Well, they had a chance to get out of hell, and so as you approach the bar, because clearly you are thirsty for something, you find a tiefling who's, you know, like, imagine in a Western saloon, except he's not dressed that way, but he's actually dressed very elegantly for someone who's a bartender, and you know he seems very regal, very well mannered, and he is named Alexander Ne'er-do-well.
Ooh, what a name.
That is his name, because even though you're in hell, he still has a name tag, because bars. So you approach Alexander Ne'er-do-well, who is a tall tiefling, darker red skin, horns that kind of resemble ram horns, but they are done in a way where if he was a human, you would think of someone who has really well done braids.
Okay.
And he notices your approach, and he just pours a beer because it's hell. He knows what you want, and he puts it on the bar. It's like, that's what you want, right?
Well, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's fine. That's, you know, I came in here for a reason. Might as well start drinking now, you know. Ren grabs it and then starts pouring starts drinking the liquid.
Have I caught up? Am I within like range to try to stop him from drinking this?
Yeah, because imagine like a regular bar, like kind of like the bar we've gone to IRL. That is not more than 30 feet if he ran right into where the bartenders are.
Yeah.
So you are in range to try to grab the drink. I mean, he's gotten a couple sips in.
Oh god. Okay.
I mean, he was thirsty, and the bartender was not going to stop him.
Yeah.
So
even though the bartender knew what he wanted without saying anything.
Remember, you are in hell.
I know. Yeah, I know. Hell's like a like a new version. Well, I was about to say a very local Jersey thing that probably no one would have known. So I stopped myself. Does anybody know what like a Wawa is? Am I familiar
Oh
with
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's Wawa.
Yeah.
They're all over
Wawa's
Philly.
in Illinois?
They're
No, but they're in
Wawas
Philly.
Illinois, but they're yeah.
Okay.
I've never
yeah,
seen one here, but I know what it is.
Yeah, it's like a new age Wawa. You just walk in, they give you a sandwich.
They know what you want.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, even though he has gotten some already, I'm gonna try to knock this glass out of his hand. So I'm gonna try to do like a
Unarmed strike.
unarmed strike on the glass.
Whoa,
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a lot for just a glass.
I mean, I'm worried, man. Like I'm worried that you're gonna get us into something worse.
I mean,
So let's roll. All right, and my bonus 16.
Oh yeah, you grab that because that beats Ren's strength score. And you grab this beer and it like just goes flying because it's still a liquid. And it lands all over the patron next to Ren. So you've now thrown beer on some random person just trying to enjoy a brew after their shift at the Infernal Factory.
Shaka, what in the Avernus are you doing?
Wow, you're that drunk off 2 sips?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
a little bit.
I'm
I
gonna
was
turn
having a
to
great time.
I'm gonna turn to the patron and say, "I'm so sorry. I bumped into my friend. Can I buy you a drink to make up for this accident?"
And the patron gets off their bar stool. And they are not happy with you at all. They like do the stereotypical in a bar fight, they just kind of like wipe the beer off their face. And they look at you. You bumped into your friend.
Yeah, I was in a hurry. I'm so sorry.
You hear a head shouted. Remember, don't make him drink anything. It's not good for you. This place is all trash.
It's too late. I had just about this much already. It's we're good. I'm sorry that my friend bumped my glass. Can we pay for 15 of your drinks just for that?
Hold on, Rin, do you got soul coins like that? Do you got soul coin buy everybody drink money?
Shaka might have some.
Wow.
I think I've been through his bag a few times when he sleeps, but he might have enough to pay for drinks. I think it's fine. It's okay.
All right, I am going to start backing away, holding Rin or trying to bring Rin with me, because I don't really want to cause any more trouble.
And so the patron that you got beer all over is like, I thought you were replacing my drink.
Oh yes, right.
Don't be rude, Shaka.
So
Come on.
so I imagine I have something I can buy a drink with.
Do you?
Can I roll for that?
You can roll for it. And for those that don't remember, this is what a soul coin looks like. Oh, you can't see it because of the camera. If someone can find a picture of a soul coin, that'd be great because you can't see it. Oh, there it is.
So I guess I can roll like an investigation in my bag.
You could, but remember, you haven't been in Avernus long, but you have been in Avernus before.
Yeah, I've been before. I mean, we definitely had a lot of soul coins. I don't know if I have one right now.
Well, it's not like you went out and planned to get eaten by a dragon.
Yeah. Actually, no. What? I'm gonna go to the bartender and try to persuade the bartender to give me a replacement drink.
You trying to get that infernal credit line at the bar?
Yeah, exactly. So
You can try.
So let me roll persuasion.
And I will roll for the bartender.
Ooh,
Oh
21.
wow. You so beat the bartender. This one set of dice has never liked me. You so persuade him. Please show us what your bartending persuasion looks like from one tiefling to another.
Sure. So I walk up and like I'm just like, bruh, come on,
Sorry, I'm
bruh,
trying
come
to
on,
laugh.
bruh, come on, bruh. And then like I kind of like tilt my head toward the patron that I spilled the beer on. I'm like, bruh, come on, bruh. You know. And then like he knows what I'm talking about, so he just pours like whatever that patron's drink was and puts it in front of him. It's just tiefling code, you know. Like I'm not gonna.
Red comes up to Shaka. Is like, are you guys brothers? Bruh? Yeah, brothers. I can see y'all. You're like, yeah.
Dahani would have made it to the bar, and she's just gonna grab Ren by the arm and lead him outside. Like, come on, it's
Hi,
fine.
can I get a hug, honey, please?
Yeah, I give you a one-armed hug and
Thank
carry
you.
you out into the. Let's
Oh,
go.
we're going for fresh air. Okay.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
go.
All right.
Wow. So Ren, since you still drank the infernal beer, because apparently you didn't remember anything from the last time in Avernus and not eating the infernal food,
Yeah.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ow. Okay. Oh. 16.
All right, you are saved from your own folly this time.
Nice,
Yes.
awesome.
You're still far drunker than you normally would be from a few sips of beer. You know,
Rick is
in
pretty
the-
drunk off of just a small sip of beer anyway.
Like,
So-
okay, you're an elf. You're not like a ghost. You're not a waif. But you know, it is far more potent than you are used to, even as an elf and everything else and all your adventures. So you're a little buzzed for the duration, at least until you can either rest or oh darn, Sleece isn't here. She can't lay on hands. Oh well, I guess you just gotta suffer with the hangover.
Sounds like real life right there.
Wow.
Suffer.
Wow. So you have rescued Rin, who's tolerable. He's a little more drunk than you'd expect. And your new Loxodon friend, Udine. Are you going to now head toward the direction that you have been kind of divinely pointed to? Or what is your choice before we get a little further along and then take a break?
I think I'm gonna bring Rin over to Udine and say that unfortunately your warning was a little bit too late, but that's on par for Rin based on the approximately 3 days that I've known him. He'll be fine, maybe. Is there anything you could do?
Well, let me see what I can do. Can I do lesser restoration on him?
Sure.
Will that cure his drunken stupor?
That
For the
sounds
sake
like
of
something that would really hurt me. I don't know if I want that.
No, it's fine. Trust me. And
For the sake of narrative, let's run with it. Please, the two of you, please act this out for us.
like Odin closes his eyes and like raises his mace off his belt, and then like holds your shoulder with the other hand and raises his trunk, which starts to glow, and then like the moment it touches your forehead, it's like all of the hangover, like the headache is like concentrated to one point, and then he like inhales it through the front of your head as it dissipates.
Oh, I feel so limber, so strong.
And he like sneezes in the opposite direction. It's like, oh, always do it into your elbow, guys. That's the safest way.
That's good.
Yeah. You feel better? You're good?
I feel slightly just more energized somehow.
Wonderful. Good. Terrific.
Yeah, that was a wonderful thing that you did. I appreciate that.
Hey, man. We all do what we gotta do sometimes, and Tyr guides me in the way that it needs to be, and here's just the thing. Look, it's your fault that I'm here, so I feel like you're the reason. If I actually keep you alive in order to get out, I'm just being plain and honest. Like, it's my mission from here to give you redemption. So.
I thought I already had redemption by apologizing that I stole Shaka's the toothbrush.
Wait,
Oh, I didn't tell him that part yet.
Oh.
You know that Shaka would have heard you, right?
No?
You're all together now.
Well, I
Ren
will
is
look.
playing it out as if he hopes he didn't hear that.
I will look at Ren and just say, "Look, we got much bigger problems. We'll handle that later."
Okay, there's some other stuff I stole too, but I'll talk about that later once we get out of here.
Okay.
See, no, this I got. My mission from here is to look at this forsaken soul. Who else can I say? Do you know? We actually meet on Wednesdays. Really, just it's really chill. We just get together and we hang out. I think you'd really like it. There's a cool bunch of. I mean, right now it's just me, but it will be a cool bunch of dudes. I swear.
Let's talk about that after we are alive again.
Right. I mean, hey, I'll see you there. See you there, friends.
Yeah.
You got me in. You got me feeling energized about life or death again.
And Tyr?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So
It's fine. Let's get there.
So which way were we supposed to go again?
And he lifts up and points out the direction. Oh, just right over here, and we'll get there together.
Wow, you are so lucky Celise is not here. You are so lucky
man's
Celise is
committed.
not
He's
here.
committed.
Goodness, I love it.
You are committed to the bit. I love it. All right, so you wandered down for maybe another half hour, and as you are wandering down toward what you hope is Fort Knucklebone, you notice vehicles closing in, not to surround you, but just kind of those look vaguely familiar. And for those of you that have been in Avernus before, which would be Shaka and Rin, give me a history to see if you recognize or remember what those are.
All of us, or
No, just you and Shaka.
okay?
Because Dahani... Okay.
I got 2.
Ooh.
So apparently death has destroyed your memory.
Yeah.
You see these large machines that are driving around, and there's no inkling of remembering what they are. But as you keep walking, you just hear what sounds like the wail and cry of despair coming from them. As they pass not too close, but if this was you in the mortal world walking down a road and a cart came this close, it'd be a little too close. But all you can think about is the sound of despair and wailing as they pass you. Do any of you pay them attention? Are you trying to ignore them? Or do you react to the sound of despair that you hear from them?
I mean, it's a weird place. I mean, I definitely pay attention to them, but I don't think I feel any, I need to do anything. I still kind of want to stay walking toward our destination.
Okay.
Same. Dahani has been interested in them, so she's she's gonna keep walking, but when a really cool car drives by and you're on your way somewhere and you still kind of stop and go look at it, she's gonna do that.
Okay. Udina, Rin, are you paying this attention at all?
I'm gonna give my answer last.
I'm a little nervous.
I think Uthin can't help but care because they feel real despairs of terror, and I think, guys, maybe we should help them.
So you're trying to help the vehicles.
No, isn't someone in pain in there? When the wails of despair, does it sound like someone being tortured inside? Is that
The sound gets louder the closer the vehicle is and tapers off. It's not like, oh, someone's getting beaten or anything.
right?
It's...
Is it like someone wailing, oh?
Yes, they are in eternal torment, but you don't know if they're actually being beaten in there. or if it is someone like just at the helm making this noise.
Either if we don't want to get close, then maybe we should get as far away as possible.
Well, I mean, they're not obstructing our like we can still walk toward where we are. So let's just keep walking. I mean, if they start to do that, then we could deal with them. But
Okay.
as of now, like let's just keep going because we gotta find Celise.
When would it be faster if we did get a vehicle to work?
I mean, yes, but these vehicles are being driven. We have to like carjack them or
But
something, which
we
should
could
not
try it.
We should not try to do. So
Fine.
I mean, but yeah, but also we'd be carjacking somebody who's probably a demon, so it would be like just to do it. Like I don't know. This sounds like a better idea.
wow,
Is it moral to carjack if the person we're carjacking is a bad person?
yeah, I'm not sure if Tyr would agree with that.
I think he would. I think he would. I think for the greater good of rescuing whatever the despicable is from this evil incarnate, who Tyr wouldn't care. Come on.
Evil incarnate.
Oh, okay,
Nice. I really didn't intend that, but thank you. Yes.
great. That's great.
Are you all going to try to save the vehicle and possibly the driver?
I am, because I want to get in the car.
I think we're split on this.
All right. What would you all like to do? Because it sounds like Eugene and Rin are all about it.
I mean, I don't want to split the party. Like we're newly dead and we're in Avernus. So if they are super committed and are already heading over there, then I will reluctantly.
I don't want to say I'm like fully committed to this. I'll say like, is there any way for me to get a sense of like how much further distance we have to go? Like, is it something like would this truly be to gain an insight? It's like almost like understanding like an algebraic problem. Like how far do we have to go? Do I feel like the distance? And if we go at our speed versus going at that speed.
If you go on foot, and I feel like I should ask that, like if you give somebody 5 apples, how many does Johnny have? Question.
I'll roll to see if this is like an intelligence check to like.
No, well the thing is, it would be for you since Tyr is communing directly with you. It would either be roll and see how much Tyr tells you, or it's hot, you're uncomfortable because you're a big Luxodon.
Yeah.
Rin has already had to be healed from being drunk after 2 sips of Infernal beer.
I'm wearing plate armor in
right.
very hot climate, yeah.
So I would think that the Loxodon would take every opportunity to not have to walk in heat and hell. Okay, get just Masood. Roll me a d20 and tell me what you get.
Gotcha. 9.
Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to roll a d20. Okay. I got an 11. So, Tyr does not make you fall out as he did before, but he does compel you and make you understand that while you can make the rest of the journey on foot in a reasonable amount of time, it would be much faster if you did take one of these vehicles, which he tells you are infernal war machines. The ones that are passing really close to you, the larger ones could take your party, and you would get there probably in 15 minutes of driving versus maybe an hour and a half on foot.
Yeah. Tell the group, like, guys, we should definitely just take it. Honestly, God, like, Tyr's telling me it's the right thing to do. we're doing like, and you know, I'm not one to wave around the fact that I'm a direct voice to a spiritual higher power, and like that you could also have this ability if you join my church. But I'm just saying that in this time, we could really benefit from following his advice and his guidance.
Man, you like Creflo Dollar or something, man.
Hey, I mean, we don't even tithe that much. I mean, you can give if you want to give, but I mean, like, it's all going back into the community itself. Anyways, we should definitely just like, yeah, dude, let's go kick some demon butt. Let's get a car.
You know, I admire his enthusiasm. Sure, let's
It's like
steal a big old cart.
So y'all are gonna steal the car. Is this what we're doing?
Chaotic.
I mean, as I said, Shaka will reluctantly go because I can't just leave y'all to go do it yourself. So,
Or maybe we can just borrow it and then give it back when we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
All right, I think this is a perfect spot to take a short break while we figure out how they're going to steal a moving car, a moving infernal war machine, mind you. So please go get some water, get some food, get a snack. If you need meds, please take your meds. And we'll be back in about 5 to 8 minutes because everybody can use some water and a stretch. See you then. All right, give me a moment. BRB. Hi, everybody. We're back.
We are here.
Oh,
All right. If XSplit
Guys.
wants to cooperate,
We did it. We said 8 minutes. We were here in 8 minutes. Okay.
nice. We
made
did
it
it.
happen.
Excellent.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're punctual rivals.
We're not running on CPT right now. We're doing it. We're making it happen.
No, we can't be on CP time. We can't be on CP time. All right, welcome back. I hope everyone got a break, got some water, stretched, got any meds they need, a snack. So yeah, when we left off a few minutes ago, the rivals decided to carjack an infernal war machine. So let's see how this works out. The next time a war machine gets close enough to you that would suitably carry the party, what do you all do, and how do you want to roll initiative? Because the war machine is just minding its business while the person driving it is. But you have taken it upon yourself to liberate this war machine from its driver.
Am I able to fly up and see if there is a point of entry next time it swings by?
You could, if you want to fly near it or fly even around one as it's driving, and give me a perception, feel free.
I would like to do that.
All right.
Oh, thank you. You've redeemed yourself. That's a 23.
Oh yeah, you notice that even though it seems like a solid top to the car, you do notice what looks to be like a handle, like imagine old fridge handles on each side. So if someone either grabbed onto that or if the machine was standing still, that'd probably be how the door swings open and you can get in. So you notice one on each side of the war machine.
Okay. Yeah, I will kind of I'll fly along with it for a bit, I suppose.
Okay, so you're just
It
are you
might
doing
be
that
faster
Superman
than-
like glide with it next to the
Do I see like any windows?
You do, but they're like this is like a Mad Max car where they're dark because
Okay.
it's Avernus, so there's always a glare.
Yeah, I'm gonna swoop past, and then like as I see the window, I'm gonna go and then like fly past.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. So Dahani has intel for you all.
Was there any like stone equipment on it? What was it made of? Was there any part of it that was made of like stone?
No, most of it looks metal,
Okay.
aside from the glass.
I can maybe work with metal. Metal is a type of stone. I could maybe do things.
But yeah, there's handles on either side where
Yeah.
you could like get into it.
Mm.
Maybe we could try that.
Wait, what if we made a pit for it to fall into, and then we like took them out from in there? Because the thing like lays out a brief plan. I have what's it called? Stone shape and meld into stone. So what I was thinking is I'd like turn into the earth, go underneath the car, and then open up a gap that would cause the car to fall into, and then like everyone would have to like, then we could just like get them there. You know,
But
because
then
it'd be real easy. Like once you separate it, like.
But then we can't use it.
Yeah,
Or
how do we
separate
get
it.
the car
I
out?
could make the earth go back up too after we have it. You know what I mean? But like,
But there could
So,
also
like,
be damage to the war machine.
Yeah, you're gonna like.
yeah. I mean, hey, we gotta assume there's some sort of shocks on this machine, right? There's gotta be some sort of like absorption. Like these roads aren't smooth. Nobody paves these roads.
Bold of
Never
you to
done.
assume, Cotton.
We don't need roads.
I mean, you are in Avernus. Do you need a road, really?
I mean, that's just one idea. But I mean, that's just, I'm just saying that that's one idea. I obviously we can do anything else. But yeah.
We could also just ask.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they're driving though. How are we gonna ask? How are we gonna stop them to ask?
I can go flag them down. I can try and flag them down.
Oh no, this is Avernus. I wouldn't trust flagging down. I think they might run you over.
No. Flag them down, and then we drop the car and,
Oh my
jump them
God.
afterwards.
So out of DM box, are you sure you're actually a cleric of Tyr?
Oh yeah, imagine being a follower of Tyr, being sent to hell, and like being chaotic good in the first place. That's the entire. Thesis.
There it is.
You know, I mean, like
There it is.
I'm a good guy in a place of bad people, and I'm sent on a holy mission. I can do whatever I want. I'm kind of a crusader when you think about it.
I mean, you're basically like a colonist. Like you're like
manifest
you're
destiny is a weird concept to have manifest for yourself.
All right. So what is it you all would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try and flag it down.
Okay. And then the rest of you, what are you doing?
I want to stay back. I'm just shaking my head. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
So we're not okay. That's cool. That's fine. I'm just giving it.
So wait, are you taking Odin's plan? Or are you waiting to see what happens with Dahani?
I think I'm gonna watch what happens with Tanya in the moment things go south. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast meld into stone and just meld into the earth and just keep an eye on what's happening. So at the moment, to know when it needs to occur.
Okay. Can you explain to the audience and me what the spell does?
Absolutely. I would be honored. Let me read. So it lasts 8 hours, first and foremost. Needs to be set. You step into a stone object or a large surface enough to fully contain your body, melding yourself and all the equipment you carry with the stone for the duration. Using your movement, you step into the stone at a point you can touch. Nothing of your presence remains visible or otherwise detectable by non-magical senses. While merged with the stone, you can't see what occurs outside of it, and any wisdom checks you make to hear sounds are made with disadvantage. But that's okay because I have an advantage on my perception checks, so they'll even out. You remain aware of the passage of time and cast spells on yourselves while merged in the stone, and can cast spells on yourself while merged in the stone. You can use your movement to leave the stone where you entered it, which ends a spell. You otherwise can't move. Minor physical damage to stone doesn't harm you, but its partial destruction or change in shape to extent you can no longer fit within it expels you and deals 6d6 bludgeoning damage to you. Cool. All right. So my second part of this, erupting from it, the whole ends up might not be the best idea, but at least the first part to disappear until I'm needed, I think still sounds sound.
All right.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Dahani, what you doing?
So I'm going to so I can move pretty fast, especially while I'm flying. Do these war machines look like they're going faster than me, which is if I'm flying 70 feet around?
No, they're not. They're not like racing or anything. They're just. It's not highway speed. It's more city driving speed.
Got it. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly maybe a couple, maybe 100 feet in front of, we'll say 150 feet in front of the war machine that looks like it can hold us all. I'm going to pull out my quarterstaffs and I'm just going to start waving them like a flagger on a runway.
Okay. Please act this out for us.
Sure. So let's see. I'm gonna grab pencils. This is gonna help. Pencils. So I've got my little flags, and I'm like waving, and I'm like, go that way, and I'm like, stop. I'll like twirl them a bit.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna roll a couple dice for this to see if the people driving the war machine. There it is. Okay, the person on the left driving the war machine, because remember we had 2 drivers last time we had war machines in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The person on the left brushes off like, what is this weird Aarakocra doing? However, the person on the right is actually paying attention to Dahani, and they actually try to like step on the brakes. And because both of them aren't doing it, the war machine kind of lurches. It doesn't stop, but it lurches like when you're driving a stick for the first time, you have no idea what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So Dahani, when you see the war machine kind of start to jerk, like it can't decide which way to go, what do you do?
I keep doing it. Got a response. I'm like, go that way. Stop. Yeah, this will be stop. So stop.
So so the person on the right is paying attention to you. And they reach over and grab the person on the left. It's like, hey, stop. We're going to mess up the gears. So the war machine actually comes to a very creaky stop. It's loud. You hear gears. You're like, ooh, that's a transmission. That could be bad. So yeah, the war machine has stopped. No one's getting out of it, but it has stopped. Udine, what are you doing?
I am in stone on the ground, like kind of next to the machine. Like I step up while it stopped, and like as I get close by, like kind of like fade into the earth behind it, and I'm just waiting.
Okay.
And like the way it looks is like truly it's as someone like doing the gag bit where they're walking down the stairs, but it's like actually descending into the earth as it happens.
Okay.
So you're like walking down. All right.
Okay.
All right. Shaka is going to look toward wherever he sees the door of this thing, and try to stand a little bit away from it. He's just looking to see who or what is going to come out, is going to exit this thing.
Okay.
So he's keeping his eye on that door.
Ren, what are you doing?
I'm still a little scared, but I'm gonna slightly go closer to Honey just to make sure. Need backup? I got you.
Appreciate it. So once I see them stop, I'm going to get a little bit closer. Probably land on the hood of the war machine. Okay. And do the bird head tilt and be like,
oh my god. Do you say anything? You're just waving.
No, I'm like, hi, can you open up or something?
So you really want them to just get out of this car.
Or I guess, can you talk to me through the windshield? I guess it is a shield from the wind.
He's like, what have I gotten into?
Literally, truly. Wow, and you're so lucky the dice do not like me. So you see one of the doors slide open like the DeLorean. Okay. And yeah, so it's like, imagine DeLorean, but like, what were the people from the latest Mad Max? The War Boys. Imagine like a War Boy got out because he's that pale. Mm-hmm. And he sticks his head out, but he's also got a weapon at the ready, kind of like, why did you stop us? They're asking you, Dahani.
Yeah. Can we get a ride?
And he just looks at you like, for real? Like, this is what you... He just... Yes. What were you going to say?
All right, I'm going to look at this war boy. And like I say, we lost our friend and we just need some help. I'm really sorry to stop you like this, but we really need some help. Get getting to our friend faster. It's only about 15 minutes down that way, and it shouldn't really help. Sorry, it like shouldn't really take you off your path. So, please, can you help us?
Do we look like Infernal Lift to you?
LYF or D or L? Can I?
I mean, you could try persuasion.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I was thinking intimidation or deception, but
Whichever
actually,
you'd like
just
to.
yell now. Just yell it. You know you want to. I'm waiting.
yeah, I don't think deception makes sense. Yeah, I'll just try just persuasion. I'm trying to hit at the soft strings of their heart. So let me roll.
Run with this 8 intelligence plan, please.
All right, 17.
All right, so you have persuaded the war boy, who he ducks his head back into the war machine. You can't hear him, but you hear people talking, and he finally pops his head back out after a few minutes. He was like, 5-10 minutes, you say?
15. So if you add the 5 and the 10, yeah.
He scowls at you like you pushing it. You really pushing it. And he's like,
Well, this is your good deed for the day.
he just looks around like, you know, we're in Avernus. Avernus and good deed.
All right, I just need to stop talking. So like, Shaka's just gonna like look down and stop talking because I feel like he's making it worse.
But it was like good deed for the day.
He's gonna stop talking and just, I guess, wait for the war boy to gesture us in.
Yeah, so you see what would be almost like a hatchback pop open because they've seen the... Well, actually, no, they haven't seen the Luxodon. They don't know that you have a Luxodon with them because you were melded with the Earth. Mm. Are you going to make yourself appear, or are you going to just follow as Earth?
I think I'm probably, like, when they start stepping into it, I'm going to pop up behind them and walk in. They're like, oh, thanks, guys. You know, real friendly for you. You know, it's nice. And we've been with them. Odin, nice to meet you all. Very nice. I've been here the entire time. I was just, you know, you can never be too careful. It's Avernus.
Oh, so you're like very large, right? Like you said at the beginning.
He's an elephant.
And a Loxodon. So let me look at my stats, particularly. Description.
I want to make sure you can fit in this.
Characteristics. I'm 6'8" and I weigh 400 pounds.
It's an infernal war machine. Remember the things that Mad Maggie lent you all?
Yeah.
You're fine. This
okay.
is meant for combat. You're okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
So you get the ride, but like the war boy that let you in does like a double take at seeing Udin. Like, where were you hiding a Luxodon? Like, he doesn't say it, but he keeps like kind of looking back, like, where were you?
I was here the whole time, man. Like, really. Hi. Nice to meet you. Have you guys heard about Cheer?
Not the time.
Look, Creflo dollar of the tier. So the war boy just like is muttering to himself in Infernal, like, I'm gonna get docked for this. That Luxodon's gonna kill the suspension. Like, he's just muttering, but it's in Infernal and it's low enough. But he's just regretting being persuaded into this because he was like, fine, one lift won't kill us. We're already dead. We're in Avernus.
Give a mouse a cookie, you know?
Yeah.
Elephants in your home.
Yeah, Rin, you did come with them, right?
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we didn't just leave you.
No, I'm just like, you know, I'm all nervous about this whole thing because, like, you know, Avernus and demons always scare me. And I got us here in the first place, so I don't want to say the wrong thing by, like, you know, getting us, like, eternally. Well, I guess we're dead, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, eternally feeling bad about making things worse.
Yeah, no, be glad for the high persuasion check. But, you know, you eventually, about 15 minutes on, because I don't know how they're telling time in this war machine, but at about 15 minutes of driving, Warboy stops, back door opens, and motions for you all to get out of his car.
Ooh,
Thank you.
I'm running in. I'm gonna go like
I get
Thanks,
out.
ran into the back seat.
Yeah, I get out and say thank you so much.
Hello. Very kind. Blessings appear.
Oh my god. So you are on the road, but for Rin and Shaka, this place is very familiar. Give me d20 rolls and I will let you know how familiar it is. This isn't a check per se. I just want to see what you roll.
19. Wow.
Okay.
Good rolls today.
Oh, hold on. Okay. There you go. 18.
Okay, you are in luck. Through some providence, maybe of Tyr, maybe of your own dumb luck in the afterlife, you have been dropped within a few feet of Fort Knucklebone.
Oh.
Wow.
And, you know, Rin and Shaka would remember this because they've been here before, they've been to Avernus before. Yep. And from what Houdini told you, you know it's where you need to be. The question is, one, are you going to get in successfully? And is Houdini going to be able to guide you to exactly where you need to go?
Can I check on that second part of that question?
Sure.
Like, how is that sensation that I was feeling earlier? Is that
the warm sensation?
Yeah. What does that feel like now?
As you look around and see the fort in near to you, you feel not uncomfortably warm, but a comforting warm. Like, for those that may be a bit more on the spiritual side, a UPG or unverified personal gnosis. So you feel very much the Tyr is with you in this moment, and you are very near where you should be. You are nearer to thee.
Guys, we're here. Like, perfect.
That was a
This is where
lot
we're meant to
better
be.
than trying to machine jack that.
Yes. Honestly, yes. I wanted to say very smart idea. I didn't know there were bad ideas in brainstorming. That idea was a bad idea. I'll say it. I'll be the first to admit it. You know, Tyr doesn't like people who are proudful, and I'm not the first one to be. So I will trust your guidance moving forward.
All right. So you are following your Luxodon friend toward the doors of this fortress. Are the two party members who've been here before? Are you going to speak up, or are you just going to like see where Tyr is guiding you?
I'm definitely gonna speak up. I'm definitely gonna tell Dahani and Udin, like, hey, this is where we were. This is where we got the war machines. Where we initially were. We met people Chuck Clonk and Mad Maggie. Good news is we were on pretty good terms with them, if I remember when we left. So we shouldn't have any problems if they're still here. If we need a war machine, we can probably grab one since we help advertise their latest model. I think we're good.
Cool. How big is this place?
It's a military fortress, so it's a decent size.
Cool. Alrighty.
Do we see anyone there? Anyone else?
That you would recognize, or just see people in general?
Just anyone else in general.
Yeah, you see soldiers, those in the Infernal Army are wandering around, and it's very much like people are coming in and out, whether they're on or off duty. Because it's daytime, and there is trade happening, the doors are open, so unless you are incredibly suspicious, which with this group, who knows, no one should stop you from trying to go in, but let's see what happens. The doors are open, you see people just coming in and out, but there's no one you recognize, per se.
All right. Well, I know Shock is pretty confident from being here before that he won't get like stopped and refused entry. So he's going to suggest to the rest of the group that we just try to just walk in and because I'm assuming that like Udin's his sense is here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna suggest we just try to walk in and follow that sense.
All right.
Yeah. I have a feat called All Eyes on You. Your accent, manners, and figure of speech and your appearance mark you as foreign. Curious glances can be a nuisance, but you also gain the friendly interest of scholars and others intrigued by far-off lands. To say nothing of everyday folk who are eager to hear stories of your homeland. And I can parlay this into attention to access people. Is there any way to like kind of almost act like a caravan coming up? Like, oh, you know, we're here to trade. Yeah.
Because you're not like it's not, you don't have anything that would mark you as traders or anything. But you all, you all are in various stages. I almost said undressed. Wow. You all have armor. You all have weapons. So you wouldn't be out of place because for all people know, you could be mercenaries. You could be there to enlist. You don't look so out of place that someone be like, hey, you.
Right. Cool. Yeah, then I guess I follow Shaka and make our way towards the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You pass to the front gate. No one is particularly concerned because they've seen tieflings and Aarakocra and elves before and Loxodons. They're not so out of place where people are just going to be like, strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you had wandered in or used that feat, it would have been a whole different thing. So you go in, you get in, and it's kind of like when you were on the road around that village, where there's a tavern, there's what looks to be barracks, and you can see the inner doors to the fortress. And they are open because, again, there's trading happening. People would want an audience with whoever's in charge here. So it's not as strange if you go that way, but you may have more difficulty just walking right into the heart of the fortress.
I guess I'm gonna turn to Den and like just say, hey man, which way is your Tyr guiding you here?
Let me see. And I think, do I get a sense? Is it about like? Do I know who I need to talk to in a way, or just like where that direction is pulling me within this fort?
So let's see, because there's one of two ways you could go.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll?
Oh no, I'm rolling. You were
Okay.
very lucky. These dice like you.
Mm-hmm.
That warmth that you have felt all along of Tyr's guidance, as you walk forward toward the heart of the fortress, it gets warmer and you feel comforted like a warm blanket. But if you veer off and go towards like the barracks or the bar, it turns to an icy fear of dread.
Cheers pulling me in this direction. I think we're almost there. We're close.
All right, so this time I would like everyone to make me, because of course I can't remember words. I would like everyone to make me a perception check to see if you notice anything amiss as you get toward the heart of the fortress.
12.
14.
I got 19.
Okay, so Udin, because he's also being guided by Tyr, what he notices is there's a strange glow once you get through the main doors of the fortress, and where it looks like people are trying to get to, and there's a queue to go in wherever this is. But that warmth, that guiding feeling from Tyr is impelling you to go that way toward the glowing doors. The rest of you, you're like, whatever, they're doors. We just need to go that way.
No, okay. Guys, no, here it is. And I go towards the glowing doors, put my hand on it and open, and
Well, you're not to the door yet. I'm gonna roll and see if anyone notices the rather persistent people. Oh, you're very lucky. The guards do not notice you. They don't notice anything out of the ordinary about your group. Because the guards all rolled 7s and 5s, so you're very lucky.
I'm glad you didn't make me roll a stealth check because it's -1.
Oh no, this wasn't going to be a stealth. This was going to be more of if the guards recognize you, or recognize that, new-ish people going toward this room that not a lot of people are allowed in. But you're walking with purpose, like you belong there. Like, I have an appointment. I should be here. I can speak to the manager.
Yeah,
and
my name is Karen in another
that's
language.
right.
Yeah.
You have invoked the cantrip of Karen in this instance, and you get to the doors, and you feel this calm last pulse of warmth, and whatever you need to do to get back home and get to the mortal realm is behind these glowing doors.
This is where we need to be. Are we ready?
Ready as ever.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So, what is your order going in the doors?
I'll be last.
I think I'm still first because I'm opening it and like kind of guiding. So I think
I'll be third because Shaka's walking like he looks like he's been here before. So I'm
That's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to be like more assertive and also kind of the back of his head. He wouldn't want to admit it, but he's a little like, I don't want to say jealous, but he's feeling like this guy just came in our group and is like leading us places. Like, why are we being led by? So he's trying to like
the new guy.
Assert himself, like well, I'm supposed to be lead, like one of us should be leading this group, not this new Loxodon. So he's trying to like.
Nobody's keeping you from saying that, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that like Shaka wouldn't say that, but that's what he's thinking. Like, so he is second, but he's like almost trying to like get first. yeah, like he's like trying to make it seem like he is like like I'm running this,
all right.
kind of thing. So yeah.
All right, and by the way, y'all just have totally forgot about finding Celise, right?
Isn't this where like aren't they linked? I think that like
maybe
yeah,
not.
that was. I think we are as a party we are thinking that it's linked. So it's not like we forgot. We just think they're
that wherever you're supposed to be is also going to get you Celise.
Like
because
a conduit for getting back to
because what like Shaka's thinking is since Udin is being guided by Tyr somewhere, that Celise was also guided by Tyr somewhere, so that they're going to to the same place or to a similar place.
Okay, fair. All right, Udin, you are first in. Are you just walking in? Are you like, do you have a weapon at hand? Or are you just opening the door?
I think my mace is at my side, but I pull up my shield and my other hand pushes the door open. I just walk with my shield forward.
Nice. Tank it.
All right. So, Udin, since you are first in the room, what you see are two things. One is a giant mirror. So if you've ever played Dragon Age Inquisition, it will remind you of the giant Alluvian that's at the Temple of Mythal.
Yeah.
And how it glows and it's blue and it's in the background. But before you can get to that portal is a giant infernal goose. As in the no good, terrible goose from the Goose Game. But it's really, really mean and really big. You have found the goose of the Goose Chase.
Terror strikes Udin's heart. Geese are terrifying. They can break. Honestly, a normal goose can break your arm. Like they're very strong. And so this is how large is this goose?
The goose is a. The goose is a large creature.
Oh gosh.
So if you are almost 7 feet tall, The goose is about 8.5. It is a large creature because it's almost covering this mirror.
Yeah.
Is it like cute?
Where have you ever seen a cute goose in your life?
I mean, I think the goose in the Goose Game is kind of cute. I think he's a little adorable when he's taking people's keys. So like, and so like an Infernal version might be, infernally cute. I don't know. Just asking.
I mean, okay, hold on. Just because you've asked now, because you've asked this question, I need to see you try to persuade the others the goose is cute.
Okay, sure. I'll roll on that.
What am I going to challenge this with? Insight?
No, I want I want Shaka to try to convince y'all that the goose is cute before things happen. Because now that you've said this, I couldn't let it go.
All right, well, I rolled an 11. So,
I mean, maybe if it was tiny, but right now that thing is very, very scary and terrifying. Also, we should close this door, right? Because...
Are we afraid No, we are afraid the goose will escape.
Yeah, and also I don't want anyone else to come in.
yes. I like that idea.
Is the goose doing anything in particular?
Yeah, or like we're inching around the side of the back of the room.
Oh, no, the goose is awake. You're not that lucky.
Oh, God.
Because the creaking of the door opening, because no one goes in this room because they know what's in there. They know it's a giant goose. So they never go in this room. So the creaking of the door has awakened the goose. And you are now in initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
It shrieks and it honks at us so angrily.
Oh, it does. It absolutely does.
I have an 11 for initiative.
Love the giant goose. I have
Okay.
24.
Sit.
I got a 12.
And Dahani, you have a 12.
No, Dahani has a 24.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Masood got a 12.
Okay. Hey, they're derivatives of each other. Now I gotta roll for the goose. The goose, because I gave it... Because this is a homebrew goose, y'all. The goose has 15, so it will be Dahani, Goose, Udin, Shaka, and then Rin in initiative order. Dahani, you are up first.
I am. It's a goose.
It's a goose.
And it's just looking at us?
It is honking, and it's like, have you ever seen geese ready to fight?
Yeah. So
That
it's like
the
wings up.
Wings up, like, where'd you come from? Like where you don't belong in here.
Okay. So, oh boy, Dahani is gonna try and talk to the goose.
Is this another? Is this another "Hey, fellow bird" moment?
Yes, it is. But she's gonna speak like normal, like I guess not Aarakocra, but the all bird language, so Orin. So she's gonna be like, "Hey, cousin, why are you in this room? And can we just scoot past you, please?"
The goose is so not having it. The goose is so
What
not
up,
having it.
cuz?
What up, cuz? Okay, Red, you gonna sell me a fake painting next?
I know. He's like, we ain't cuz around here.
You are out of luck because this goose has been in hell so long, it does not remember the language of its bird folk. Because again, it stays locked in this room for a reason. It can understand Infernal, but it cannot speak. So even if it understood you, it's not like it can talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an Aarakocra or a Kenku. It cannot talk.
Right. That's fair.
So the goose just like You know, like that horrible shrill noise geese make? It makes that noise at you.
Oh.
So was that your action trying to talk to the goose?
If you let it be my free action, I'm just gonna bonk it.
You're going to attack the goose.
Mm.
All right, go for it.
Gonna hit the goose. All right, 2 attacks on the goose. Quarterstaff. No, probably not. That is I think it's a 14.
No, that does not hit your goose.
Okay, so second hit might hit. That's a 19.
You do hit with a 19.
Yeah.
That's only 6 points of damage. So I think the first hit, I go up, but it shrieks at me, and I'm like, that is not a noise I like. And then the second hit, I just kind of like bonk it on the wing, like, stop it.
Okay, how much damage was that?
Just 6 points.
Okay, so the goose is next, and it is not happy you booped it at all.
Boop the goose.
So the goose, because you attacked it first, it is focusing on you, Dahani.
That's fine.
The goose, which is loose, because I had to, it is going to try to bite you.
Oh, it's horrible teethy mouth.
Oh, you are so incredibly lucky that I missed. Because even with a bonus, that was a miss. It was only 9 points. So the goose, like, and this looks weird because I keep getting like blanked out by the thing. I keep getting green screened. But basically, there's like a chomp, because geese have teeth on their tongue. If you did not know this. And it's not like it intentionally misses. It just is so surprised at like people in his chamber. It like goes to smack Dahani and misses and like hits the floor of the chamber and then bounces back because like, oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Next up is Houdini.
Okay. I run forward and as a bonus action cast Shield of Faith on what's it called my Aarakocra friend.
Dahani.
Yes, Tahani, thank you. And so I do +2 to AC. And then
Nice.
I'm just going to take a swing at this goose.
All right, swing on the goose. Do you get just one attack?
Yes, just one attack.
All right, go for it.
So, okay. Does a 17 hit?
No, you are just shy. So what does that look like of a swing and a miss on the goose?
I think like it comes up and like he readies his mace and like starts swinging it around a little bit on the wrist strap, and then comes across and like tries to swing, but he makes so much noise with like the jostling of the plates on the top of everything. He's also like each of his steps, like the goose can feel it in his webbed feet. So when he goes to like swing at a foot, he just like steps up and it just completely misses. Hopefully I did get its attention. That's all I really want. But yeah.
Yes, by the time it's its turn again, we'll see where its attention is focused. Shaka, you are next.
So Shaka is going to cast a True Strike to get an insight into the target's defenses.
Oh, that's so dirty.
So he's going to point his finger at the goose's eyes
Okay.
and try to get that insight on, what he's weak to.
The goose is not actually weak to a lot. It is resistant to cold, fire, and lightning. It is entirely immune to poison.
Okay.
And it has dark vision. It is a bit... I almost said sensitive. What's the right word? Fire may have a better effect than not, especially if you're hungry and might want a goose leg.
All right. Okay. Sweet.
All right, is that your action or does that count as a free action?
No, that's the action. That's it. That's my turn.
All right, so you've used the assess materia on the goose. Rin, it is your go.
All right. As we have learned that fire works against this goose, I would like to cast Firebolt to try to make this goose a little crispier.
Does Firebolt, do you need to roll anything, or does it just hit and you do damage?
I think I had the roll for this one. Yeah.
All right, roll for it.
Let's see. I got an 8.
Oh no, that so does not hit the goose. You don't hit that. You don't even hit the dirt on the ground in front of the goose.
Oh, okay.
So how does that look with your whiff of trying to sizzle the goose?
So Ren takes his hands out and he's like trying, like he just heard the information about fire and he like is I guess on a command saying like the words he would say to make the fire rise, and he says the wrong ones, and then like his hands turn to ice, and they're like really cold.
Oh.
It's like, oh wait, hold on a second, and he's like trying to like keep under his armpits, so he just like stop the cold. Okay, it's too cold, cold. He like turns around real quick. I'll fix this. I'll try to do it. I'll try to do fire soon. But it's too cold.
All right. We are back up to Dahani. But Houdini was the last person who attacked the goose, so the goose's attention is not fully on you.
Okay. In that case, I mean, that doesn't really matter to Dahani because the thing we have to do is hit the goose and make the goose not be a goose anymore. So she's still just gonna hit it.
All right, take your 2 attacks.
All right. All right, that is a 24 to hit. And that's cocked too. And a 26 to hit.
Yeah, those both hit.
Nice.
Okay, so that was the action for 18 points of damage, and then I need it to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. What do I have to beat?
16, I believe my DC is.
And the goose has failed.
It is stunned.
Ooh. Oh.
Because if I heard correctly, it is not immune to that.
You are correct.
All right, so gonna follow those 2 strikes up with bonus action strikes for flurry of blows. And now I have advantage. That is a 22.
Wow.
Is that just damage? Or
No,
it's stunned,
no.
so you're hitting it anyway.
Yes. So no, I still rolled to hit, but it was at advantage. But that's a hit and a whiff for 7 points of damage. It's a total of 25 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
The goose is looking a little wobbly, and the goose is stunned. So next up is Udine.
Lovely. Okay. I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Guardians of Faith. So what happens is a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space or starts their turn must take 20 radiant damage on a failed save, a dexterity saving throw, or half as much on a successful. So, yeah, and I think what we see up here is actually just like a giant, even like ethereal, a bigger elephant that's like actually an elephant, not even an octodon, just sort of like populates the space where the goose is, and then on its turn, it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And then on my.
So should I do the dex saving throw now, or
No. It's on the turn.
So next. Okay,
Yeah.
so next round.
Right. Nothing happens until then. But then I'm going to. Can I use? No, I can't cast this cantrip because that's an action. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. No, I can't cast any more spells. Yeah, that's my turn. I just stand there.
Okay, so Shaka, you're next.
All right. Shaka is going to, after seeing like Dahani just beat the mess out of this thing,
Right?
is going to use Eldritch Blast. Back up a little bit since I have a nice range and use
Okay.
2 Eldritch Blast beams. So I'm going to roll to hit for both of those.
Yeah, 'cause there's
have
no... And you have advantage, don't
Yes,
forget.
I have advantage because of True Strike. So on the, does that mean I get advantage on both beams?
Yeah.
All right. So the first beam, get a nat 20 on the first beam.
Whoa!
So don't need advantage on that
goose. Cook this
one.
goose.
And on the second beam, let me roll in for my advantage. All right, and I get a 21 on the second beam.
Oh, both of those so hit, and you crit on the nat 20.
All right,
So I think it's fair to say that with all this damage, at least from the nat 20 and then your additional hit, you have successfully murdered the ever-loving Avernus out of this goose.
Oh my God.
So,
Wow.
how do you want to do this?
All right. So after I see the goose take a couple hits, as I said before, Shaka backs up a bit. The first beam, he really concentrates. He actually uses both hands to shoot the first one, as opposed to trying to shoot them like simultaneously with both. 'Cause he's still a little out of practice. So he wants to make sure he has a nice base, stable shot. And he just aims right for the goose's neck, essentially. So like the first one just hits it there. Assuming the first one does not kill it, so I have to do the second one as well. So like as the first one is like still like going, he kind of takes one hand off and then he shoots the second Eldritch Blast with the second hand. So now he has both blasts coming from both hands simultaneously, both toward the same spot, both going to the goose's neck. Hopefully I can slice that neck, but if not, I'll let you decide how it.
Oh, yes,
how it
you got a
does.
nat 20 and both of these hit. Tell us how you take out this goose.
Okay. Yeah, so like I aim right for the neck so that I can decapitate this goose is what I'm trying to do.
All right. Tell us what
so,
that looks like.
Yeah, so like you see the like Eldritch Blast light just searing through the neck, and then all of a sudden you just see the beams pop out through the other side, and then the goose's neck rolls onto the ground, and the body kind of like waves around for a bit and then crumples onto the ground. It's pretty big, so it's loud and like it's like a lot of vibrations around. And the head hits the ground and rolls toward us and lands, I guess, in front of whoever would be the closest, who I think would be Dahani at that point. So it rolls in front of Dahani.
Just out of DM box, you just murdered a goose in front of an Aarakocra and its severed head rolled in stop in front of her.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute.
I'm feeling an emotion. I'm not sure what it is yet.
I figured she'd be all right since she beat the mess out of this thing in the early round. So
I didn't decapitate it though.
She'll be all right.
Like how you do my cousin like that.
Right? That was my cousin.
Rin, although the goose is quite cooked, is there anything you want to do kind of to get that last pot shot in?
I just want to take it and eat it.
Reminder, you're still in hell. Last reminder from your DM that you are still in hell. But
Okay,
you
I'll eat
can.
it.
I mean, you could. You do start to smell what sounds. You do start to smell cooked goose.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eldritch Blast basically is fire and heat. So there is this very good smell of cooked goose in the cavern.
Like it turns into one of those like video game cooked turkeys or whatever.
Yes.
A sweet to rage chicken.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking at first. That's what I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, suddenly you like knock over you have a pipe, you knock over like a trash can, you hear that ploop noise, and you have all your health back because you found this chicken or this goose. So even though the goose is killed, you still have to make the choice. Do you step through this portal and go back to the mortal realm of Faerun? Or do you stay in Avernus?
We haven't found Celise yet. I figured once we killed the goose, Celise would either appear or like be here like tied up by the goose or something. So we still have to find Celise.
All of you give me a perception check.
Cool.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like she wouldn't go through the portal without us if she found it.
That's an 11 for me.
Okay.
I got a 6. Wait, no, I got an 8. Sorry.
Let's see. I got a 19.
Okay. Shareef. Or Shaka.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was reading some funny stuff in the chat. This is perception, right?
Correct.
13.
All right. So of all of you, you're looking around. You're looking around. You still see the portal. Udin sees a shield on the ground, and he recognizes it because it does have the symbol of Tyr on it, and it seems very new in relation to the things in this room.
Guys, is this your friends?
Yeah, that's Celise's.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
It was just right here. I just picked it up. Yeah.
Can I investigate the shield, see if there's any kind of clue on it? Maybe some debris or someone's blood or something on it that I can use to try to figure out anything else?
Sure.
All right. Okay, it's not great. That is a 14.
All right. As you take the shield from Udin, you notice the red that normally is paint, some kind of enamel on the front of the shield, is sticky, and you realize it's blood.
All right,
So-
guys, I think there's some blood on here. I don't know whose it is, but there's some blood on the front of this shield.
Doesn't look good.
No.
Already not looking good.
Can I? Is there any? Can I detect magic? Can I I just want to I want to just see what's going on around the shield if there's any I detect magic.
Yeah. Go for it.
What do I see?
So you feel that this shield is also touched by Tyr. You know that this is someone who is at least sworn to the same god you are. And when your hand hovers over the rune that you also wear on your armor and your armament, you know that is the blood of one of your brethren. And the magic that you feel around it is something that she would have cast with her dying breath in order to fight this goose or fight something along the way.
I don't know if I think your friend either really needs help or is beyond helping right now.
I want to look around. I want to look around the room and see if there's.
Everyone's like, "No, this isn't okay."
Yeah, I want to look around the room and see if there's any more of this blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe so. try and trace it? Can I do it?
Yeah, I just want to see.
Yeah,
if
all
there's
of
any more
you,
stuff.
anyone who wants to, can do another check or even walk around the room. Nothing's. I mean, the goose isn't going to stop you at this point.
Yeah.
Like an investigation.
All right, I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I did not.
I got a 18.
I got a 9.
Shaka and Udine, you walk around and you notice that there's splotches leading toward the mirror. That it gets darker, so either something dragged Celise through the mirror or she came through and fought with this goose immediately. You're not sure which it was. But the trail leads you back to this mirror, and this is the only sign you've seen of her. And either she's beyond help, as Udine said, or she is fighting the fight of her life on the other side of this portal, looking for you all.
Can I, since what's called detect magic lasts 10 minutes?
Okay.
Can I sense? So the spell can. It says the spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by a feet of stone. So okay. Can I sense that presence that I feel on the shield on the other side of the barrier, at least like nearby or anything? Or
How close did you get to the mirror?
I think. Well, okay. First, what do I feel from the mirror? And then that gauge how close I want to get. I think that might be good.
You don't feel anything malevolent from the mirror. You just know there's very strong magic, and this on the other side of this is life.
Cool.
That this is the mortal realm lies through this mirror.
I get pretty close to it, and just to see if I can feel if, yeah, she's on the other side or not.
Hold on. Let's roll for Celise's life. Not a thing I thought I'd ever say as a DM.
While
Yes.
while Houdini is doing that, was this goose big enough to eat a person?
Ooh.
Not well. Celise was almost. Well, I shouldn't say was. Celise is almost 6 feet tall. So if the goose had tried to eat her, you would be finding parts of her.
Okay.
I know that sounds macabre. I'm sorry.
No,
But no,
it-
there would have been a lot of blood and armor bits and scrap. The goose
Okay.
did not try to eat her.
Okay, no, that prevents Dahani from chopping open this goose.
Okay.
And then Shaka's investigation found no blood leading out of the doors we came through.
Correct. This shield and the blood trail you found is the first sign, and it's leading definitely toward the mirror that the goose was guarding.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at that point Dahani would say, I think we should go get her shield and we should go through the portal because she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she went through the portal, and I think it'll be worth risking it to see, because there's a lot of blood, and she would never leave her shield behind like voluntarily.
Exactly.
So I think we need to bring it with us and go through.
All right, everyone's agreed on going back through the portal?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we resolve what I sense on the other side?
Yes. So as Udine is carefully reaching up toward the mirror, you sense a very very low life force on the other side. Faint, where if there's not healing received soonish, it will be no longer a life force that you are feeling.
Okay, guys, we gotta go.
You say that Dahani's already through.
Yeah.
Right, Donnie's like, I'm out!
I look around, they've already passed me. I'll walk through.
All right. Rin and Shaka, are you going through as well?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Going in.
I have. I'm assuming I have her shield.
Yes.
I don't think anyone else has. Yeah, I have her shield. So yeah, I'm going through. It's
Yes.
pretty heavy for me, but I'm
Oh,
carrying.
you're a tiefling. You got it. You're strong.
I got it.
As you pass through, it feels like you've gone through like a pond, almost like you've had a refreshing shower as you walk through this weird mirror portal thing. And as you pass through, you see more of this blood trail, and then you find Celise laying there, kind of staring up at the sky, breathing very shallowly.
I cast mass healing word at a third level. I don't know, a sixth level. I'll burn it at my highest level. Yeah.
Okay. What does that do?
She regains 4d4 plus 3 health.
Okay.
So I will roll 4d4.
All right, that is a good chunk of health, probably.
That is 3, 6, 2, 8, another 2, 10, and then plus 3. So you get 13 hit points back.
All right, Celise is not like, it's not like she jumps up and she feels great. She like takes a deep breath, like oh, and then she turns her head and sees Shaka and Rin and is like, "You made it out. I'm so glad." And then she's struggling to breathe, not like she's about to expire, but like, "You're here. I'm sorry I didn't stay, but I got pulled out." And she looks up and sees Shaka has her shield.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Thanks for saving it. It's all I have of her." And then she passes out because 13 points is good, but she was near the brink of death. Mm-hmm. But the party is reunited. You are all alive again.
Yay!
Hey.
And you realize that where you have come out of the mirror is a part of Faerun that isn't familiar at all. You just know that it's a sunny day, you're all right again, you're alive, and somehow you made it through this Infernal Goose chase. And that is the end of this adventure.
Woo!
Sweet. It's a sunny day. We're in Philadelphia.
No.
Born and raised.
No. We made it to Philly. It's
Made
good.
it to Philly. And we still have a little time left, so for those that aren't familiar with our show, what we normally do is take in-character questions. And especially I'd love to see if you have questions for Masood, because this is the first time Masood has played with us, so welcome, Masood. And thanks for hanging out with us today, because I know 3 hours is a big commitment. So in character, please put question in all caps before your question, and in character, we will try to respond as best we can for a few minutes.
This is my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, playing is also my favorite part of the show, but I like that we take in character questions.
Mm.
All right. So questions.
And,
And I know there's a delay between chat and this.
Tanya, are you willing to answer questions for the NPCs, like
Yeah.
the bartender,
The bartender.
the goose?
Sure. The goose will somehow learn to speak common.
You know, the war boy.
Sure. Of course, Danny. So Danny Raven Slap Monkey says, question for Celise. Did you fight the goose? Yes, I fought the goose, and the goose won. I don't know who dragged me out of there, but someone dragged me out of that mirror before the goose took a literal chunk out of me. All I heard was my shield clattering, and then some of this sounded like they were kind of from Jersey half the time, that I swore was duo, but I'm not sure if it's duo. All I know is suddenly I was on the grass, and I was thinking, this is it. This is how I go out, which would really suck to die to a goose.
There's another question for you, Celise.
Oh, God.
Is Celise going to extend her oath of vengeance to include all goose kind?
Probably. The next time they have to camp and there's goose, there will be fowl on the campfire.
I like this next question. Dahani, what do you have against birds?
I don't have anything against birds. I am a bird. These birds just aren't nice to me. I try my best. I mean, what do you want? And this goose, we had to at least defeat. The decapitation may have been a bit much, but yeah.
Odie Mel 1203. I'm guessing this question is
I think it's
also for
Dahani.
Dahani.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
What
right.
are your thoughts / feelings on watching a fellow bird kind's head roll and hit your boot?
Well, I don't wear boots, but I'm still processing that. Really, I mean, I'm not unused to bird kind dying around me. I used, back on Schultz, we fought. Some of us got killed. It's the natural order. But this is a really big head. I'm still processing.
Yeah, Shaka got kind of caught up in the frenzy of it. Might have went a little overboard.
Yes. Sounds like Danny may have a question for you, Masood, coming in the chat.
Okay.
Question for you, Ren.
Ooh.
Are you going to give a review of the Avernus bar?
Big facts.
Oh wow. I mean, I will say that the service was very on top of it. As soon as I walked in, I was very happy with the bartender already knowing that what I wanted right away. What can I say about the patrons there? I was not really happy with how they treated some of my friends, but I would probably return if I ever were to come back to Hell again.
3
So
stars.
5 stars.
Question for Udine. What do you think of this group, and would you hang out with them longer? That's from Danny.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a blast. It was a good time, and nobody's goose got cooked except for the goose that needed to get cooked. And yeah, and now I have a fellow. Now I have somebody who I can talk to too about that I know. So like, it's making more and more friends. This prayer group numbers only growing up, man.
From our friend Panzer Lion. Hi, Panzer Lion. Question. Do Rin's apologies still count now that y'all are alive again?
Absolutely, yeah. It all worked out.
Rin?
I
The rest
hope
of you?
I hope everybody's okay with it.
He didn't have an
alive,
apology
aren't
for
we?
me.
See,
So.
look, everything worked out in the end.
Yeah, they don't really count, but not to Shaka. Shaka, they don't count to me, but I'm still happy that we made it.
Nice.
Another question for Udine. At these tier get-togethers, will there be punch and pie?
Really depends on dietary restrictions. Sometimes people are gluten-free, so you can't have pie, but really it depends on what people say, you know? We meet people's
There's gluten-free
needs.
crusts
That's
out
beautiful.
there.
Yeah.
I appreciate his willingness to cater to everyone that needs those restrictions. It's really nice.
Go to Trader Joe's, get that gluten-free crust. Man.
Wow. Is there a Trader Joe's in Faerun, though?
There might be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be.
Fantasy Trader Joe's.
Definitely one in Avernus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another question for Udine. So many questions. Did you ever expect to describe a visit to hell as I had a blast?
Absolutely not. Truly, it was never a thing I would thought. But and it's a weird time being in hell because you do things you never thought you would. But thankfully, that stuff will stay there, right? Like no one will have to think about how I almost carjacked an innocent person and family to try to get to where we needed to go.
What happens in Avernus stays in Avernus.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts was with you justifying the carjacking as something Tyr would want you to do.
Absolutely. So the entirety is this guy is very wise but very low intellect. So I was like, what is that juxtaposition? It's like, oh, I can do this because I'm on this crusade. It's like that's like
yeah.
Makes sense.
That was an amazing moment. That was great. Question for the
Go ahead,
Rivals.
Shareef. Yeah.
sorry. What do you all tell Perrin what happens? I guess anyone can answer this one. Is how do we explain this to Perrin? Do we tell him this? Do we tell him any of this?
I mean,
oh, sorry.
Was he with us when we fought the dragon? Because that kind of changes what that scenario is.
No, Perrin opted out of that mission. He was busy touring as a world famous bard.
Got it.
So he might not even know that we died.
Right. Nope. And you don't know where in Faerun you are, so.
True. Yeah, I think we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is all we have time for, because we got about 5 minutes. And I want to thank everyone for indulging me in this silly goose chase, literally. It was fun. I hope everyone had a good time with me in the DM's chair. And actually, next time we do a one-shot will be June 7th, and we are rotating, and our very own Eric Kokra is going to lead us on a merry chase of some kind. So
it's going to be fun.
So yes. LaTia will be DMing on June 7th, and then Season 7 starts June 21st, same bat time, same bat channel. Mm-hmm. So, going in the reverse order that we started, Masood, who are you? Where can people find you? What do you do on the internet?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, my name is Masood. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Marootboy, MAHRUDEBOI. Just keep up with what I'm up to. I'm a comedian based in Chicago. I do a lot of comedy stuff. Now doing a lot more virtual things because of this weird existence that we live in. I'm just going to say it. It's weird. This is a weird time. Sometimes I just need to say it. I'm going to say it again. It's weird. You can find me online. It's mainly just like goofy things that I'm up to and my weird hot takes on life and pictures of my cat. Yeah.
Excellent. Is it me?
It is
you.
Yeah,
it is me. It is me. Hi, LaTia here, the Lady Tiefling everywhere that I can have a username. Find me on Twitter. I'll be spending these next 2 weeks prepping for my one shot, which is going to be very, very interesting. I hang out on Twitter a lot. Come talk to me. I love you all. I don't have anything else planned for the next couple weeks except for this one shot.
All right, Shareef.
Hey, you can find me at shareefjackson.com, ShareEF Jackson.com. Posting some new science videos over there, so you can check those out. You can check out my tutoring service, Math Looks Good, also linked off there. On social media, I'm under Shareef Jackson on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. Reef Jackson on Twitch. And you can find me trying to upgrade my Animal Crossing Island to 5 stars. That's my current thing I'm trying to do right now. So that is it.
Hey everybody, you can find me on socials on Twitter at IamBrandonTV. You can find me here on Twitch at IamBrandon. I'm starting to stream a lot more since obviously I have nothing much else to do. You can find me on social and Twitter. There's some cool stuff coming up for next month. I'm super excited to talk about soon. So if you're wanting to hear that news first, I would say follow me on Twitter. I'll be talking about that soon.
And I was your DM for this wacky adventure. It's something I actually put on D&D Beyond. So if anyone would like to run this for themselves, I'm happy to send you the link or the copy of it. My name's Tanya. You can find me everywhere as Cypher of Tyr. And other than seeing what LaTia is cooking up for us on June 7th, next Thursday I'll be on the Wandering DM with our season finale of our Dragon Age RPG, which I'm DMing. And we are searching for the Wanted Apostate Anders. So if you have your Thursday free, 8 p.m. Eastern, join us over at twitch.tv/thewanderingdm. And then on my own channel, I'm spending a lot of time rearranging flowers in Animal Crossing. So if you like hybrid flowers or just islands, please come take flowers from me because my island is overrun with hybrids. But everything I do is on Twitter, whether I'm streaming, doing this, or just arguing with people because I'm having a day. Cypher of Tyr is my handle literally everywhere. So say hi, be nice to all of our cast. And again, Masood, thank you so much for joining us. And we will we will have you back at the table on June 7th and to see whatever LaTia is going to put us through. Yes, really.
Yes.
I want to do a brief shout out. Yesterday, I was in an Alien Universe one shot on twitch.tv/holding action. The VOD is available. It is one of the best games I've ever played.
Nice.
And literally the first time I've been so much in the feels that I cried on stream. But it's a great story. It's about 4 hours long. We take a break, but I just want to shout that out because it is a fantastic piece of RPG gaming that I'm very proud of. So twitch.tv/holding action, where you can check out the VOD on that. I'm really proud of that.
Nice. And one last shout out, Pleasantly Twisted on Twitter, Twitch, everywhere else, did our fantastic overlay. So I don't know if she's taking more commissions or not, but the overlay we'll have for today and next week at least until season 7 was done by Pleasantly Twisted. So if you need overlays and she's got spots open, I highly recommend working with her. Amazing professional, great prices. Give her a huge tip if you do hire her for anything. And we'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
Don't leave yet. We have a fancy ending screen I want you to see.
Ooh, I want to see it.
You want to see it? I showed it to you. All right, bye everyone. Follow everyone on the Twitters, and we will have Masood on next week's. Goodbye. So have a good one. Follow us all. Thank you, our sponsors, and goodbye.
Sweet.
See you guys.